What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Which do you think is stronger? The sword that destroys and breaks, or the current that can flow around and remain? Think about it. There are victories, after which only ashes remain, but there are also victories after which everything around begins to bloom. Netzach is the gateway to a victory that does not drain the heart, but fills it with both strength and tenderness. It is a victory without the bitterness of loss, because it was born not from a fight to the death, but from loyalty to your path. It leaves no scars, only traces of spring. It does not tighten the chest. It opens it for a new breath. It does not cut off. It continues. You pass through these gates when you stop measuring success by the applause of others. These gates are not about breaking. They are about passing through. They are about continuing. You cannot open them by force of hand. They open through the steadiness of your heart. And that steadiness is not cold detachment, and not the habit of enduring everything in silence. It is the ability to keep inner balance even when circumstances change and those around you doubt you. It is not the rigidity of stone, but a living fabric, flexible as a branch, yet strong as roots. It is the steadiness that is born when you know why you are walking and are willing to continue even if the path is longer than you thought. Here, flexibility is the ability to adapt, and strength is the refusal to let another's storms drive you off course. Netzach is eternity in motion, not a frozen monolith, but a current that never stops. It is the Sephira, where victory is not domination, but holding to your course despite shifting winds. Its power is in being alive, continuing to bloom even as it moves through stone. The word Netzach means both eternity and victory. It is the victory that lasts in time, not one that flares up for a single day. In Netzach there is no hurried shout. Its voice is like the flow of a river, soft, yet carrying you farther than any storm. This Sephira teaches, the main thing is not to fall out of the flow. One who is in it already wins by continuing to move. The flow is not some mystical river in another world. It is a state in which your thoughts, feelings, and actions all move in the same direction. When you know why you are doing what you do, and every action brings you closer to your goal. In the flow, you don't waste energy fighting yourself. You are not pulled in different directions. You don't keep postponing what matters most. You feel aligned, in step with yourself and with life. To fall out of the flow means to give in to chaos, to start darting from one thing to another, expending effort without moving closer to what you truly want. The flow of Netzach is always connected to a clear aim, not to chaotic motion. If your direction isn't set, any wave will carry you off course. So now, take a pen and write down one main intention. Keep it in front of you, on paper, on your phone, in your mind. Take small steps, but take them every day. Netzach is about steady movement. Even if today you do less than you hoped, what matters is that the movement never stops. Don't fight change, adapt to it. Air, the element of Netzach, teaches flexibility. If circumstances shift, change the route, but not the destination. Watch your inner state. The flow breaks if you burn out. Plan rest and inspiration just as you plan your actions. Clear away the unnecessary. Each day, notice what is holding back your movement. Unneeded tasks, other people's expectations, inner doubts, and gently set them aside. Netzach is the ability to hold onto inspiration, to feed it so it doesn't dry out. It is the art of moving towards your goal without destroying it in the chase for the result. Netzach lives on the pillar of the future. This column of the tree of life is the side of active impulse, where energy does not wait, but moves. The pillar of the future is the movement from intention to manifestation. It carries us to a place where the result is not yet visible, but its breath can already be felt. Netzach is the hand extended into tomorrow. And even if that day is far away, you are already living in its direction. This is the column of the tree of life, through which the energy of projection and aspiration flows forward. Projection is when what is inside you begins to move outward and find its place in the world. It is the translation of vision into action. You see an image in your mind, you feel a desire in your heart, and you begin to take steps to make it a part of your life. On the pillar of the future, this energy always moves forward. It does not preserve like the pillar of the past, and it does not balance like the central pillar. Its nature is to bring forth, to create, to advance. If you do not direct this projection consciously, it turns into a chaotic scattering of energy, when you do many things, yet arrive nowhere. When you do direct it, it becomes like the wind filling your sails and carrying you to the right shore. Everything born here is already stretching toward what has not yet happened. Netzach is a step into the place where the air already smells of spring, even though snow still lies on the ground.
Netzach breathes air, and air is not only lightness, it is the carrying of meaning and the ability to move around obstacles. Like the wind, it flows past barriers, carries seeds far across the fields, and joins distant shores. So too does Netzach. It carries inspiration through time, bridging the dream and its manifestation, the future and the present moment. Air connects the shores, unites people, and fills the space with a shared breath. In it, there is no rigidity, but there is inevitability. This element teaches, to reach your victory, sometimes you must be the wind, not the stone. Not to battle the mountain, but to go around it, leaving behind the scent of spring. In its distorted form, Netzach becomes stubbornness that neither hears nor sees. True Netzach moves steadily and can go on for a long time, but in distortion there arises an obsessive urge to win immediately, without rest, without pause, even at the cost of health and inner balance. A person burns themselves out because they see stopping as defeat, driving themselves into exhaustion in the race for victory at any cost. When Netzach is distorted, flexibility is lost. A person clings to one way, one route, even if it no longer works. Instead of going around the stone, they keep striking it again and again. It becomes being stuck, not moving forward. In harmony, Netzach blooms on its own. In distortion, a person constantly seeks approval and validation, and without it, they lose motivation. This turns the journey into an endless wait for someone else's applause. In this shadow, there lives a dependency on external recognition. You bloom only when someone is watching, and when the gaze turns away, you wither. Victory in this shadow is not liberation, it is fatigue. The energy that should be the wind filling the sails becomes a storm. Inspiration turns into chaotic activity. Many things are started, but few are ever completed. When the storm subsides, the wind becomes steady once again, and you feel this is not the end of the journey. it is a return to yourself. To attune to Netzach, first remember your why. Not what will I get, but what am I walking for? This is your inner compass. Then shift your gaze from the result to the path. The victory of Netzach is not the moment at the finish line, but every morning when you rise and keep moving forward. Breathe like the air, her element. Do not drive yourself faster than you can breathe. Your inhale and exhale must be even, in actions, in words, in thoughts. Be flexible, but do not change your direction. If the road is blocked, find a way around, but do not betray your goal. Create a ritual of small steps. Each day, a small but true movement toward your spring. Here is your anchor phrase. I move like a river, soft yet unstoppable, and feed your inspiration. Fill yourself with what brings joy, music, beauty, living encounters. This way, the flow will never run dry. The victory of Netzach is gentle but unstoppable, like a spring stream that always finds its way to the river. Picture a blossoming branch pushing its way through stone. It does not fight, it simply grows toward the light. Victory is the art of remaining alive.